Good morning, everybody. Rodney here. I've already got some people in the chat. We got RJ Ariels. We got B Rad. We have Lance Gadina. Johnny Drumflower, I think, was in here or still in here. AME Ariels, who should be working right about now, and hopefully he's able to watch. Who else? I think that was about it for the moment. Oh, wait a minute. Lance Gadina, good morning. B-Red. Dave, D-Man 52 Drones, good morning. Drone Oki, good morning, my friend. Hope everybody is doing well. Well, it's a rainy day here in Virginia, and why I didn't do any sunrise, because we would have been able to see the sun for the rain or in the clouds and the fog. I guess technically fogs are clouds, but anyway. Bud Baldon, good morning, my friend. How are you today? But anyway, while I'm waiting for people to come in, I've been playing with this thing. These things are addicting. If you 3D print, you gotta print. I'm gonna print me a larger one, only in multicolor. So anyway, Buckeye Drones, good morning, my friend. Driving, so just listening today. Okay, no problem. You drive safe, my friend. Hope you get to where you're going okay. No, but anyway, as you can tell by my workbench, I've got a drone that I've been working on. But right here is a Harry and David's pairs. And I had one this morning, the first one out of the box. And man, it was so good. I just love their pairs. And they're huge too. Juicy. Take a bite of juice just running down my. It would have been funny to you all. So, but anyway, I ain't got much on the agenda today. Just got my house chores to do. Don't need to take trash out because I did it yesterday. I do need to go and take my grandson's phone back to Verizon. It's a trade-in, so he got a new iPhone 17 yesterday, so I got to go turn that in because he needed to transfer his stuff. But anyway, oh, excuse me. Anyway, need a box of those. Man, I tell you what, Brad, they are delicious. We all like a big juicy pear. I mean pear. Yeah, I got you, bud ball. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. Well, let's see here. Who we got? We got a Mr. Phillip coming in the house. Good morning, Phillip.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Chasing a dog around. I'm sorry I'm a little late.
Yeah?
Yeah. With it storming and everything, the dog's going crazy. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing great. As you can see, I got my little fidget toy that I'm fidgeting with. I better put it down or I'll annoy people.
Close some of these windows and see if this speeds up my computer a little bit.
Let's see. I need to find the chats. Where's the chairs? The chats. Let's see. I'm sorry as well, sir. I was really busy, but had a very productive work week.
Chat. Where's the chat?
Oh, okay. That was in response from this. I guess B-Rad was in Nashville. You know, I'm going to vent for a minute. I am actually jealous of Brad right now.
He's traveling.
I am jealous. Yes, he gets to travel all these places. He's meeting up with all these people. Last week he met up with Jenna C and Barkley and then he's gonna meet up with you this coming week, and
He's meeting up with me Tuesday.
yeah. So, yeah, I'm slightly a little jealous, B-Rad. Why don't you
Although
come on?
I got to travel 2.5 hours to meet up with him, but he's got to do the same
Well,
thing.
so you guys gonna kind of meet up in the middle?
Yeah, in Chattanooga. We're gonna meet up in Chattanooga.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I
He's
think
gonna be
Chattanooga would be a great place to fly, from what I've seen.
well. Yeah, and I released that video the other day of that sculpture park where we used the Neo 2.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that one. That park is kind of cool too.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna meet up there. We're gonna try to meet up there. And the weather's supposed to be cooperative too. It's supposed to be sunny and like 52 or 55 degrees, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. See now here, Philip, right here. Look at this statement he just made. It sounds like to me he's complaining now. He has to travel 2.5 hours to meet up with you. Oh, the shame of it all. He
Yeah,
has to drive 7 hours just to get to Knoxville. Whoop-de-doo. I would, Brad, I'm just giving you a bad time, brother. I love you, man.
it's gonna be. It's
Actually, I
gonna
was
be.
kind of hoping we could get him on here so he could defend himself.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah.
But how was your week?
It was good. It was kind of slow at work, actually. I was doing some builds, and I got 4 computers built, and then was told to put it on hold. So,
Really?
yeah. So another project on hold because they're waiting to find out what's going on, and you know they kind of tell me build this, and then they tell me to wait.
Well, I came back to work Wednesday for the first time in 2 weeks. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, 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 Mike.
I also understand, Mr. Phillip, that you're getting a P1S.
Yes, I am. I am going down the rabbit hole, as they so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
You
filament and all.
filament and all, huh? Yeah, you bought. Did I understand Brad correctly? You bought his P1S.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
good
bought it.
deal.
Hopefully I can print one of these pretty soon.
Well, hey, let me acknowledge the people that joined the chat. Johnny Drone Flyers. He says 2.5 hours to meet up with Philip. I think Philip is like 1 hour away. Is a 1 hour away type, Fred.
No, if I'm doing 2.5 hours, he's gonna do 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's funny.
No, I went back to work on Wednesday. It was the first time I was at work in 2 weeks since the
Oh, yeah.
holiday, being sick and everything. And we up on our third floor, executive floor, we have all this old wooden cabinets and everything that goes from one end of the building to the other end of the building. And we are rubbing it down with Old English.
Oh, yeah.
And we've gone through 4 bottles of Old English already, and we're not even halfway done.
Wow. I want to say hello to Jackson RC Aviation. Good morning, Chris.
Come on, Chris. Like that hat there, Mike.
Mike, we can't hear you.
Mike's muted. Mike muted. Mike. He's holding his card up. The ref is showing his card. Uh-oh. He's
All
gone.
right. Where'd he go? And I put on my Navy retired hat in response. See, he knew it was coming, and he got scared.
I put on my I fly drones hat.
I'll wait till he comes back and put it back on.
He'll be back.
I hope he's coming back on. It's a shame his microphone wasn't working. Oh, let's see here. So I'm not going to be doing a whole lot right now. So no flying today for me.
You got storms coming your way, or?
Yeah, but at the moment it's raining. Flying Flynn Media. Good morning, John.
Good morning, John.
Quiet Mike. Hey, that's a new nickname for Mike. Quiet Mike.
Quiet Mike.
I don't know. Maybe we insulted him. He's not coming back yet. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I gotta put this fidget toy down. I don't see how
we insulted him. I mean, I said I like his hat. I like your hat too.
Yeah, but my hat's better. See, he's not here to defend himself at the moment.
Now I'm gone.
What?
Now I'm gone.
Well, I hear you, but your video's locked up.
I know. Jeez.
We're in trouble now. Grandpa's here. Hey,
What's
Grandpa.
Hey, Johnny.
Good morning. Hey, Philip. Good morning.
Good morning.
Filament Phil, FPV. That's what he's fixing to be known as.
Filament Phil. I hope Mike comes back in.
No, yeah, Philip, you'll enjoy it. It really is fun.
It is. You know, you can print things like this.
Yeah. Don't show that to my wife. She'll wonder how come I bought it then.
I tell you what, the light box maker, this thing is so easy to do.
It is. You know, I got my OU light box back here.
Yeah.
And I made a light box for my son, which I meant to send before Christmas, but I still haven't sent it yet.
Yeah.
And there's one other light box I got to send out.
I put my logo in Chat GPT to clean it up a little bit, clean all the edges up, make it smooth, and it come out really, really nice.
Well, I suppose you have lights in it, right?
Not yet. No, I just printed it.
Oh, okay.
But actually, I'm gonna cut out a hole where the box itself fits in here, so you can hang it on the wall.
Got you.
Where do you go to find how to print those?
Light Box Maker and Make a World. Yeah, that app, that Bamboo. Hey, Mike, that
how about now?
That app is so good.
Yeah, we hear you now. So I'm sorry, Johnny. What were you saying?
I just said the app is so easy in Make a World to do.
It is.
I mean, so it's now sometimes you'll have to. I did have to clean that file up a little bit because sometimes the edges of something you might do, and you could just put it in Chat GPT and clean up your image, or if you take a picture. I know Captain Joe did that drone and coffee one up there for me. It come out really nice.
Yeah, that one was nice. He sent me a picture of it.
Yeah, and then my son-in-law Matt, he did an LSU one. He did a local university here, Helmet. Hey, Lance.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Philip, look, where else can you print Oreo cookies? You'll save you some money.
I know. See, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, Joe printed that.
Yeah.
Mel, where'd you go?
Mel, I saw Mel in here.
Yeah, Mel. He was there and then he disappeared.
Now that's cool. I like that one.
Yeah. So Joe,
Mel.
Captain Joe printed this for me. Yeah.
Now so Joe is a super printer. Joe is always printing something.
Yeah. So that
man prints more than anybody I know.
He does. And look, he's sneaky. You know, he'll say, "Oh yeah, those are neat."
Yep. I think he prints more than Brad does.
Landfill.
What is that? What's that A for?
Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
That looks good. That looks good.
So Mel, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite all right, Rodney. Thank you for the invite.
Hey Mel, how you doing, Mel?
Morning, Mel.
No see.
Morning. Is the audio okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the video's kind of rough though.
Yeah, the video gets rougher and rougher every year.
Hey Mel, at least we still here kicking, brother.
That's what matters.
So where are you at now?
I'm down in Arkansas right now.
Little Rock?
Fort Smith.
Fort Smith, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I took a part-time job at a bar. I got on a pool league, so I play pool every Monday night. And then I got into playing in a tournament on Tuesday nights. And the way the tournament works is kind of interesting. I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say the tournament's going to last 18 weeks. You have to play like 14 of those weeks to qualify for the grand finale at the end of the 18-week period.
Mm-hmm.
Costs $15 to enter the tournament. $5 of that goes toward the grand finale. So every week that all the players put in $15, $5 goes toward this grand finale.
Okay.
We had the grand finale tournament a week ago. This past Tuesday. Total prize money collected over the series of the Tuesday nights was $585. $315 for first place, $210 for second, and $60 for third place in this grand finale tournament. Yeah, I took first place Tuesday night.
All right, congratulations.
So that was kind of cool. I've got
Anybody ever tell you sound just like Mel Cook?
I've heard that before, but I doubt it.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dennis. How are you?
Great, thanks.
So
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey Dennis.
Hey Dennis. Hey Mel, are you still in RC trucks?
Absolutely, I am.
Yeah, Lloyd's mentioned to me a couple of times that he's even got into it.
Yeah, he RC cars, if you really have an interest, they're kind of like tattoos. You get one, and within 5 or 6 weeks you've got
Another.
more and more and more, you know what I mean? He bought one of my old crawler trucks, and that's what started it. And like in 4 weeks, he had, I think, 9 trucks.
Wow.
Yeah, he just went absolutely bonkers with it. But I'm still doing the custom build stuff. Right now, I'm in the process of designing and fabricating a 1/10 scale rotator tow truck. With the boom will be extendable. It'll rotate. It'll have about a 40-pound lift capacity. So the boom will be able to go out and lift 40 pounds and swing it around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gracious piece.
That's incredible.
That's a lot of weight.
I've got one that one of the trucks like what Lloyd bought. I've got 3 of those, and I stretched one 8 inches and made it a rollback tow truck that actually functions.
You're so good at that stuff.
Blinky lights and all that crap.
What do you make that stuff out of?
Depends on what I'm doing with it. I just finished a trailer for another guy. It's what they call an outback trailer, kind of like an off-road trailer.
Okay.
And he showed me a design of one that was an actual trailer that was built by a guy in Germany. He said, I want it to look like this. So I designed it in CAD and 3D printed it. One of the features on this trailer, and Dennis, you'll appreciate this. One of the features on this trailer was a big door that opens up on the side. Almost the whole side of the trailer opened up as a door, and it had a big screen TV inside that compartment. Well, I made the door. I used a 12-volt actuator to make the door open remotely and stuff. I got that all figured out. That wasn't a problem. When I went to 3D print the flat screen TV to put in there, I thought, you know what? I've got a Raspberry Pi that I don't ever use anymore. What if there's a way to make this Raspberry Pi play videos inside this guy's trailer remotely, that I can power it remotely, so that when with a trigger switch, so when the door opens, it boots up the Raspberry Pi and just automatically starts playing video. And that's what I delivered to the guy. So the Raspberry Pi that you donated to me, Dennis, 4 or 5 years ago.
A long time ago.
A long time ago now. I've used it for several projects and had fun with it. And this last project, unfortunately, it ended up with a new home because it went with the trailer.
Well, that's great.
The guy was
great. It got some use. That's good.
The guy was absolutely blown away when I showed him, because he hadn't seen the thing. I let him see how the door opened and closed, but he didn't know that it was going to have an actual 5-inch screen in there that would really play videos when you open the thing up. So he was kind of blown away about that. But yeah, so I'm an out of the box thinking, designing, creating kind of guy. I just,
So is there any video of that truck?
The problem with that one was I got it done the morning of the day he was supposed to pick it up. I wanted to go shoot video. He was passing through. He lives in Phoenix. He went to Nashville to get his daughter in a U-Haul truck and a trailer with a car on it. So he's got his work truck pulling this trailer and car, and the daughter and stuff is driving the U-Haul truck. He actually, the exhaust on the back of the truck, the tailpipe, you know how they got the rubber brackets that hold it up?
Mm-hmm.
One of those had failed, and the exhaust pipe was kind of bouncing on the rear axle. Well, right where it was doing that was a brake line to the rear brake caliper.
Oh my goodness.
So he lost his brakes. He managed to get here, and the next morning I was going to be, because I worked the bar the night before, and that next morning, Sunday morning, I was going to shoot a little video of this thing with it working and everything. And he had texted me about 11 o'clock. He said, I finally made it to town, lost the brakes on my truck. Can you help me in the morning? And I was like, absolutely. So I went and we ran around and tried to find a brake line. Couldn't find one at any of the auto parts store. I said, I'll tell you what we'll do, Scott. I'll make your brake line. He says, how are you going to make a brake line? I said, watch. We went back to the parts store, and I got a straight piece of brake line tubing with flared ends on it that was the same size of tubing as what his truck had. We brought it back here to my shop. I cut a section of the tubing out because the flares and the nuts and everything was good. So I cut a section of that out, and then I rebent this new piece of tubing that to fit the shape that it had to be. And then using double double-ended ferrule coupling, I connected the old piece where the nut was onto the new section at both ends, and made a brake line and put it on his truck, and it got him to Phoenix.
Nice.
Cool.
So I didn't get to shoot video of it, but I do have, I believe I do have a video of the Raspberry Pi doing its thing that I might be able to show you guys how it was done.
Cool.
Scott Williams.
Does that guy have a YouTube page?
He does, and I'll see if I can find that too. He's
Because I
supposed to
live in
be
Phoenix.
making some video and supposed to be making some video for me of it. Trailer TV video clips. What is this? I do have a video, but because there was a lot of reflection on the screen from being outdoors in the light. How do I share a video on here?
You should have like an arrow monitor.
Got it.
Symbol with an arrow
Let me
pointing
get this opened up. Windows Media Player. I'll use that to play it. Pause.
I never noticed you were left-handed.
Pause.
That's
Yes,
pretty cool.
I am left-handed.
Huh.
Funny thing is I do everything right-handed except write and throw.
Interesting.
Share window.
You shoot pool left-handed?
Nope. Windows Media Player. Share. Okay, so here's what it looks like.
Hang on a minute.
I think I shared it. Yep,
I got it added to the screen. Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. And that's all 3D printed?
Yeah, that it's 3 sections: front, rear, and center. And the frame is 3D printed. All the doors are 3D printed. I put Lexan. Yeah, it's playing. Let me start over.
Is that Pet G or something different?
Yep. No, it's Pet G.
Okay.
I wanted the durability of the Pet G for outdoor use.
Cool.
Wow.
So there you can see
I can kind of see something going on the Raspberry
Yeah,
Pi.
we saw a flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some text there too.
I like that FJ too, though. That's pretty cool.
That's mine.
I like that. I'd like to have that for real.
Yeah, right. It'll start playing the video here in a second. I put USB powered speakers, so it's got speakers plugged into the USB port on the Raspberry Pi that the sound plays.
Holy moly.
So that trailer's his, the FJ's mine. I cut those mountain decals out on the Cricut cutter, and I've done a lot of customizing on the FJ. But
if it wasn't for the gate behind there, that looks like an actual vehicle.
Right? Yep.
That is just cool. And now you got your foot there, so
And
scale goes all out the window.
There's the video playing.
That is just absolutely cool, man.
Yeah.
That is.
So that's my latest thing that I finished.
And you 3D printed that, you said?
Yep. I designed based on looking at pictures of the real life, real size one that the guy in Germany made. I created it in CAD by kind of mimicking that design and then 3D printed it in 3 sections.
Cool.
The floor is printed in 2 sections. The body is printed in 3. I used real thin Lexan sheets to put windows in it, window panes in the openings, and then I 3D printed. I took just a triangle and I lined them up next to each other real close, a bunch of them, really long. Printed it in white, and it looks like level blinds inside the windows of the
Oh my
camper.
goodness.
Oh, wow.
That's detail.
Yeah. And then here's a this is a slideshow. Let me see. let me go to. I'll show you a couple other things I've done. I don't know how many of you guys are really interested in any of this. I don't own a drone anymore. You know, I don't own one.
Yeah, I figured you kind of gave up on it when you found this. Uh, what do you call it? The trucks that you do.
Well, the thing is I kept it to myself, but I got really frustrated with everybody that wanted um commercial work done, but they wanted it done for nothing, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
You
yeah,
get that everywhere, man. It
it
doesn't
was
matter.
it was really hard to really get anything going, and then COVID happened, and then the regulations started getting worse, and I just said,
Yep.
screw it, you know, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm
And I
gonna
think that's their whole plan, is to make enough stuff like that that people just go, screw it, I'm done flying, so they can get rid of people flying drones, you know?
Well, yeah, the commercial guys, the commercial places
Yeah.
want the airspace and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, it's absolutely stupid. Let's see.
That's putting it mildly.
Hey, hey,
Um,
hang on a minute, guys. Ron, I got to notice that you had joined the panel, but I don't see you. So you may want to try it again. Well, hang on a minute.
Joe,
Take the
good morning.
Flip the privacy shield up.
There it is.
There it is.
We have you now.
Dun dun dun.
so
I think we do.
so this is another
But
video.
I'm not seeing any video, Ron. Sorry.
Uh, two cameras, one facing forward, one facing backward, and then I put it on a split screen.
Ah,
Okay,
That's
so you
cool.
can see it from both ends. This light bar that's on the roof here, right there, is about 4 inches across and maybe a half an inch thick, and it's got LEDs on a circuit board.
Nice.
I took it apart and soldered some wires, a pair of wires on each side, and brought them down through this mount bracket and connected them to other LED lights so that I could make lights blink on the front of the truck and the rear of the truck in conjunction with the light bar. So when I play the video, you'll see what they do.
Oh yeah,
Oh my,
that's cool.
Now,
that is cool.
this truck was a stock F450. I stretched it 8 inches, and then I built this bed from scratch with a work light, a working work light, a working winch, and the bed tilts and slides back from
look at that.
all from the radio control. And there's about 30 lights down the side of that bed, and they all move with the bed. Nothing, all the wiring is tied in a cable chain, a wiring cable chain, and you can't see it in any of this video, but yeah.
I like strobes also.
That's pretty incredible.
That is awesome.
And using this same principle, you guys have seen the heavy equipment trailers that the rear axles on the trailer slide forward and the back of the trailer drops down to become a loading ramp.
Cool. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Ron.
Let me get one more here just to show you all what this one looks like.
Hey,
Good morning,
Ronnie.
God bless America. Also, RJ Ariels joined. Philip, Joe Fodolio has joined.
Yo.
RJS Ariels has rejoined. I think I got everybody now. If I missed you, I apologize.
Howdy, Ron.
Morning, Mel. Long time no see.
Yeah. One more video for you, Rodney.
All righty.
I made a trailer with sliding. It should be sharing.
I'm not seeing it. Hang on a minute. Oh, there it is.
I made this trailer. Everything operates directly from the remote control. You don't have to touch nothing once you turn it on. And even after this build was done, I made another upgrade to this model that I build. But it's got the engine sound. Trailer drives around, of course, you pull it. The big issue with, I'll speed this up here. The big issue with a trailer this long, especially if you have weight on the back of it, it's going to pivot on the axles and it's going to lift the back end of the truck up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I solved that problem, and I'll just let the video speak for itself.
Put a fifth wheel in the back.
It's a gooseneck, but watch how the tongue operates when I slide the axles all the way forward.
Oh my goodness gracious.
oh wow.
See the tongue pivot?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
can you make that full screen, Mel?
I can.
I mean, it's a YouTube video. You should be able to make it full screen.
Up a little bit. Right. Oh, over. There you go. Right there, Mel.
There you go. It gives us a better view.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
That
that
is
is.
amazing.
A decent crawler would have been able to crawl up the backside of that trailer
And-
without you having to tilt it.
And that crawler
I'm
would.
just kidding.
But what happened was when the guy that this is for, okay, I never actually met him in person. We met on TikTok, and he said, I want you to build me a trailer. I said, okay, how big? He said, well, I want to be able to pull 2 trucks. I said, all right. I said, what are you going to pull it with? He said, well, I'll have to get an F450. I said, okay. I said, you going to upgrade the motor? Because the stock electronics are not that wonderful. He's like, yeah, we'll do that. He said, and I want ramps on the back so that I can load any kind of truck I want. It doesn't have to necessarily be a crawler. I said, all right. I said, I got this idea for a design for sliding tandems on the trailer to make the trailer become the ramp. And he was like, yeah, let's do that. So I told him the trailer build would be between $1,000 and $1,200. And he said, okay. And he bought, now this is never meeting me, just talking to me on the phone and talking to me on video on TikTok. He bought a brand new F450, $430, and had it drop shipped to me. He bought an 8-channel radio because the stock one comes with 3 channels. $350, had it drop shipped to me. He bought the new motor and the equipment stuff and had it drop shipped to me, and the guy never met me.
Wow.
He had over $1,000 into just the truck. The time the whole thing was done, when I built the deck on that trailer, I used cedar, and I actually cut 1 inch wide, 1/8 inch thick, 12-inch long planks so that I'd have scale 1x12s to build that trailer with. And then I spar varnished them so they would hold up to the elements. But yeah, he had $2,500 into that entire build by the time it was all said and done. So yeah, it was, and it took 8 months. That was an 8-month project.
Wow.
Wow.
8-month project. Probably total 5 months of working time every week, because there was a couple things that when I ordered the parts online, I didn't realize they were coming from China, and it was going to take 5 weeks to get here. But yeah, so that's the kind of stuff I do. That's the kind of stuff I make.
Amazing.
Cool. So you must have had to use several servos for that, huh? For that.
No, that was actually in an RC truck, and in the same one that you got from me, Rodney. There's a battery to power the system. There's an ESC, electronic speed control, for the motor that controls the throttle and the forward and reverse. And what I did was, that trailer had a box under the front of it where I embedded another battery, ESC, motor, and a 4-to-1 gear reduction on a worm drive from a 3D printer to make the axles to pull the axle forward and backward. And that was all controlled from the radio, of course. And I built the carriage for the axles and used 5/16 rod with 4x10 bearings, so that it was rolling on bearings when it was rolling in the channel of the frame on the trailer. I took the trailer. I was still at the house when I done that. I took the trailer to a local guy, and he TIG welded all the aluminum up for me on the trailer, so everything would stay solid. But yeah, and one of my other trucks that I built, like the rollback tow truck, that has 5 ESCs in it, takes 3 batteries to operate it, 2 3S's and a 2S, and it took 8 channels of radio to make that all happen.
Wow.
And I put that on my Fly Sky, my white controller with the sticks that I was using for drones. I put that because that was the only radio I had that had enough channels to do everything I needed in that rollback, with the lights and the movement and driving and everything else. And that's typically an air radio. A stick radio is typically used for air, and a wheel pistol grip style is typically used for ground. But nowadays, in fact, in the old days with the crystal frequencies, you had to do that. That was required. Today, with everything being run off 2.4 gigahertz, it doesn't matter. You can use any radio for anything you want, because they're all 2.4 gigahertz now.
Right.
So that kind of frees up a lot of the stuff for doing different things. But now they're actually coming out with pistol grip radios with up to 12 channels on them, which is really crazy and cool. That trailer that I built for Scott, he bought a 6-channel, 7-channel radio, 6-channel radio. That way he could operate the truck and the trailer, because the trailer has running lights and everything that come on and off with the remote. And on that one, I actually used a receiver in the truck and a receiver in the trailer, a 6-channel receiver in each item. The first 3 or 4 channels are dedicated to the truck, and the last 2 or 3 channels are dedicated to the trailer. So they're both paired to one model on the controller, and when he flips a switch, the lights on the truck and the lights on the trailer come on, as long as he's got that receiver turned on inside the trailer.
Wow.
And I used a regular old-fashioned 4 AA battery pack to power the receiver in the trailer. The Raspberry Pi has a separate power bank, a 10,000 milliamp rechargeable power bank to power it. that was kind of a trick to find one that would work with it, that would not shut off. It wouldn't. I bought one at Batteries Plus Bulbs that would double as a phone charger and everything, but it would shut itself off. So once you put everything in, put the lid on the trailer, 10 minutes later, the battery would shut itself off and you couldn't make the TV come on.
Oh,
And I
boy.
thought, I don't want this. So I ordered another one off Amazon, and when it come in, it was just a battery bank. That's all it was. It didn't know on off switch. You charge it and use it till it's dead, and then you charge it again. And so that way, when the door opened on the trailer, it would release the micro switch, which would power the Raspberry Pi, and it would boot up. The actuator to operate the door will run on a 2 or 3S battery, and I ran that on a different kind of controller. I could go get one real quick and show you, but I used a battery pack like this. I bought a bunch of these on Amazon so that I can put 4 batteries in them, and then I wire a plug onto them that'll plug into the receiver and do all kinds of different stuff.
You're amazing, Mel.
That is amazing. Yeah.
This is a prototype front bumper for my FJ40 that I made, and the lights work.
Cool.
Scale gas cans, jerry cans.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're able to keep yourself busy doing that stuff.
Yeah. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, this lights up. This is a traffic cone.
Okay.
A scale traffic cone that lights up.
Huh.
Just push button switch and little
battery.
Yeah, the disc,
like
little disc battery.
Yeah.
I made it. I wanted to keep that from getting dirty and gooey, so I made a base that just a twist lock, and that holds it together and protects it when it's not in use. And I just that
Yeah. Let me say hi to some people here. We got Place It Here was in the chat for a while, but he ended up leaving. Joe Fodolio is in the house. Bent Rell just joined. And so did Copper State Aerial Photography. Oh, he's been here for a while. Ron, good morning. And how are you doing, man?
Good. I got to take a drive today to Rapid City, 4 hours round trip. My curved monitor had a seizure the other day and died.
Oh no.
So I called Best Buy and they said, "Oh, you're in luck. You bought the 4-year protection plan." I'm glad I did.
Well, good deal. Yeah.
$1,000 monitor. That part is I got to drive 2 hours. They have to evaluate it. And then I have to order the new one. Then I got to drive back home. And then sometime in the next couple of weeks, I got to drive back over, get the new one, drive back.
They just can't send it to you?
I don't know if I want something. No, I guess I probably could ship it.
It gets shipped to the store, Ron.
Well, yeah. But again, I got to drive 2 hours one way to get it, 2 hours back home. That's driving to replace this monitor.
That's why I'm suggesting you have it sent to your house so you don't have to make that second drive.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what.
I hear Donald Duck on a transistor radio.
I'm hearing the same thing you're hearing, Dennis.
I hear it too now that you mention it.
I thought for a minute a squirrel came into the garage. I'm looking around one.
Well, Ryan, I hope you get it all worked out no matter what you do. I know those curved monitors are pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's a 49-inch Samsung LED monitor. Yeah, it's been good so far. And then the other night I was watching TV and all of a sudden I see this lightning coming out of my office. I'm like, what the heck's going on in there?
Oh,
It
no.
just was strobing and turning white and flickering, and
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I just poked my head in the door to say hi real quick. Haven't seen a lot of you guys in a while.
Yeah, it's been a few minutes since you've been on.
Yeah.
I've
Been,
been looking at your pictures on Facebook of all these guys hunting bison and stuff.
we got one. Check this out. This is kind of funny.
Yeah, that was nuts.
A guy that brought his wife. She was super cool. But we had her lay down beside the bison, just after it was shot, obviously. But just to show
I
how
would
big,
hope so.
I hope so too.
just to show how big this thing is. But she looks like a little action figure. Let's see, I don't know whether I can zoom this in.
Oh, geez. Wow.
Is that on Facebook?
No, I didn't put that one.
Oh,
on
there it
Facebook.
is. Now it's in focus. Man,
Oh man.
that is huge.
Yeah. So, yeah. That was actually a tough hunt because, number one, it was cold as snot. There was a freezing fog that happened. This ranch is up in northern South Dakota. We went up there, and there was a freezing fog, and it was actually kind of pretty. Everything was just frozen. All the trees had like this thick frost on it and everything. And the fog was so thick we couldn't see 20 yards out in front of us. So there's 3 or 4 herds on the ranch. We had a tough time finding them. And then once they saw us, everybody thinks like, oh, you go bison hunting, there's no challenge. Well, when they see you, they know like, oh shit, somebody has a gun. They're coming to shoot us, and they take off.
Well, when you spend a lifetime being hunted,
Yeah, you see a truck or a person, you get a little nervous too. So yeah, those are some big critters. Thank God for machinery. That's how we get them out.
yeah.
But matter of fact, my hunter just he called me. He's retired. He used to be the CEO of General Electric.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. So money was not an object. So, but he went touring around Wyoming. He said, "I'll be back in a week to pick it up at the butcher." And he called me the other day. He's like, "Ron, do you want some bison steaks?" I'm like, "Yeah."
So you got some buffalo steaks?
Oh yeah. He stopped at my work the other day because the butcher is right in Gillette where I work, and
Well,
I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about 5 minutes from the butcher. Feel free."
I'll be there in about 3 days.
Uh huh.
Get them fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an old saying that we used to use when I was hauling GE medical equipment was everybody said GE, General Electric, but the joke in the background is good enough. That's what GE stood for, was good enough.
So how was everybody's holiday? And
Amazing.
It was pretty good.
Good.
yeah, we've been shorthanded, and so many of these young kids. Oh my God, work is just they've been calling out sick like every day. I'll have 72 hours in this week by tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah. The overtime's nice though.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard.
Yeah, it is. It's starting to burn me out a little bit.
Who needs a house out in Hackensack?
Yeah. My boss,
Hey, Mel?
he
Excuse me a
kind of
minute.
made a comment to me yesterday. He's like, "You're here again?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Ron, you cost me money." I'm like, "Well, you want the shift covered or not?" Nobody else was, I'm probably the highest paid employee there.
Wow.
Wow.
So they don't like it when I come in for extra overtime. But it's supporting my expensive habits, cameras, drones, fishing trips, hunting trips.
Right.
Heading to Canada in June, Alaska in August.
Where are you going in Canada?
Back up to northern Saskatchewan, where the guy I work for, he has that fishing lodge up in.
Right.
It's almost like way the very northern part of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be doing guiding up there, right?
Eventually, I think I might be. They guide for bear fishing and moose hunts, but I just the only thing I don't like about it is I got to go through that damn Canadian border again. Or did I ever tell you the story the last time I was up there? My boss, he runs the lodge up there. Him and his wife were there, and she was 6 months pregnant. He calls me 2 days before I leave. He sounded frantic because they're out in the middle of nowhere. And he says, "Ron, I need a huge favor, dude." And I'm like, "What do you need, buddy?" He goes, "Can you stop?" And I can't remember if I told you a story or not, but he goes, "Can you stop and get several boxes of chocolate Pop-Tarts?" I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "They're for my wife." He said, "We ran out of Pop-Tarts and she's getting really cranky."
Uh-oh.
So I get up to the border. I've got all these Pop-Tarts in my car. I get up to the border, and this border agent, I think my boss said, in order to qualify for a job as a border agent in your previous life, you had to be 5'3", crew cut, and been stuffed in a garbage can when you're in high school. So these guys are so crabby. But this guy just harassed the daylights out of me, and about all sorts of things, about my car, because I just bought it, didn't have permanent plates, everything.
And this was a Canadian border guard?
What's that?
This was a Canadian border guard or a U.S. border
Canadian,
guard?
yeah.
Oh, Canadian.
So when he asked me about food, and I was trying to be nice to this guy and trying to make light of things, when he asked me about what contents I had in my vehicle, and he asked about food and cannabis and all this stuff, and I'm like, listen. And I think he was being trained because there was a guy standing behind him, listening to everything was said. And the guy was, I call him steroid boy. You could tell he was on steroid. His uniform was almost ripping out. But I said, listen, I've got anything in this car you can have. I don't care, except for one thing. I said, I've got several boxes of chocolate Pop-Tarts from my boss's 6-month pregnant wife. I said, I show up without those Pop-Tarts, I'd rather go back home and wrestle a grizzly bear in Wyoming. And he found no humor. The guy behind him was rolling on the floor laughing. But to keep chocolate from a pregnant woman, nah, bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Wrestling a grizzly bear would be a lot easier.
Yeah, it would have been.
My very first time crossing the Canadian border in my truck, I had my co-driver with me. We each, when we finally got cleared through customs and got permission to leave that lockdown yard we were in, I had this yellow piece of paper that I had to give the guard lady at the guard check to get out. So I pull up to the window, I get my turn, and I hand her the paper, and she starts asking me all these questions that I've already dealt with, and it's covered on this piece of paper. She says, "I see cigarettes on your dash. How much cigarettes you got?" I said, "I got that, and my co-driver's got that, and they're for us. It says it on the paper." She says, "Okay, do you have any drugs?" I said, "No, I don't have any drugs." She said, "Do you have any guns?" And I went, "God, no. Do I need one?" She didn't like that answer.
Yeah.
I like Stephen Wright. He said, when I crossed the border into Canada, they asked me if I had any weapons. I said, well, what do you need?
Yeah,
that'd be a good answer.
Went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah.
One of the things I did, Dennis, up there was I took my truck the first time, and being a hunting guide, I generally keep my truck pretty clean, but I'm like, you know what? I've had so many hunters in this vehicle, and a long rifle casing or shell or whatever is nothing, but I wanted to make sure there were no handgun. I'm crawling under the seats and sure enough, I found a couple of 40 rounds. And you don't dare cross Canada with any kind of a handgun. There was a video on YouTube that I think it's called Border Crossing. There's one for Australia and Canada. But this poor couple were in a motorhome just vacationing. I think they were going up to where you went, up to Banff. and the guy was a legal gun owner, but he had a couple loose handgun ammo like under the seat or something, and they tore his camper apart. I mean, panels and oh. And then they said, "Here you go. You're good to go. Here, put it back together."
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But,
My son-in-law and my daughter had an experience like that with Canada,
yeah,
and then now they're banned from ever going to Canada.
yeah.
One of my trips coming back into Detroit out of Windsor, I was empty. I'd went up there and delivered a bunch of elevator equipment, and then I was coming back, and I had to load out of Detroit. So instead of coming back across Niagara, I just ran down and crossed out of Windsor into Detroit. And the American guy on the American side, first thing he said was $5, please, for each of you. You got to pay a $5 fee to get back, or back then you did. I don't know about now, but cost me $5 for each of us to get back. And then we're sitting on the scale, and he's talking to me, and he says, 54,000 pounds, huh? What are you loaded with? I said, I'm not. He says, you got something in your trailer? I said, yeah, all my equipment I do my job with. He said, no truck weighs this much empty. I said, well, here's a scale ticket. Mine does. Well, where's the paperwork for what you got? I said, I got nothing. I got no paperwork. There's nothing in the trailer that shouldn't be there. Well, how do you not have any paperwork? Because I'm empty. Well, what were you doing in Canada? Well, by God, I believe I went up there and delivered some shit, and then now I'm coming back. Is that all right with you? It was ridiculous. It was nuts. I started refusing Canada loads after that. I just got tired of I don't do well with idiotic, bureaucratic BS. I don't do well. Never have. Probably
That
never will.
surprises me, Mel.
Gee, does it really, Dennis?
It does.
You get to learn the reasons for certain questions that they ask. Like they're testing you. Like the American guy, when I was coming back the one time, he said, "So where are you from?" And I told him. He goes, "Oh, is that near this town or that city?" In other words, he was seeing if I really lived in this certain town. And I said, "No." I said, "You're on the wrong end of the state." I said, "It's near this city and that city." "Oh, okay." So you can tell they're testing you. They're trained to do that, and I get it. I totally get it. But as long as they're nice,
Yeah, my very last load coming out of I crossed at Niagara. I think it's Buffalo on the American side and Niagara on the Canadian side, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Well, we had loaded, there was 7 trucks, and we loaded all the exhibits for a brand new Ripley's Believe It or Not museum in LA. Every single thing. And they were all stamped made in Canada and all this kind of stuff. Because I was the first truck, lucky me, to get loaded, they gave me the master manifest for all 7 trucks.
Oh my.
And they said, we've sent this all ahead to customs. If you go to this office when you get there, they'll be ready for you.
There we go.
I said, okay, fine.
Okay.
Well, I get there. I hand them this. It was a stack of paper this thick for all 7 trucks. Manifests and every part, every item listed, and all. I mean, it was nuts. So anyway, I get this guard. They tell him to come out and inspect my load. So I called Raymond on the walkie-talkie, told him back the truck in the dock, whatever it was they wanted it back into.
The truck up.
We opened the doors, and the guy's standing there talking to me, and he says, so where do you live? I said, San Diego. He said, oh, I used to live there. I said, really? I said, what brought you to Buffalo? He said, family. I said, well, that's kind of cool. I said, but this is a lot different climate than San Diego. He goes, oh, yeah. I said, what'd you do in San Diego? Did you work down there somewhere in Border Protection as well? He said, yeah, I was with Border Patrol in San Diego, and I just transferred up here. We got to talking about riding 4-wheelers at Glamis and dune buggies in the desert and all that kind of stuff around the El Centro area. He didn't look at a damn thing in my trailer. We stood there shooting the shit for 30 minutes about San Diego, you know. And then, and because of that, he said, I'll get you cleared through. And he said, all the other trucks coming? I said, yep, and they'll have the same copy of all that paperwork. This was just the master copy. He said, okay, fine. He said, I'll make sure every one of them didn't even get inspected. They just got waved through. All because of that 30-minute shoot the shit conversation with a Border Patrol guy that used to live in San Diego. You know,
Crazy.
it's amazing how that stuff works.
Yeah.
Problem
Yeah,
is
it
very
is.
rare. I remember having to go through a border check between San Diego and LA.
It's
Yeah.
not it's an immigration checkpoint.
Yeah.
They have more of them now. They're not just right there, just north of Oceanside before you get to San Clemente. There's that Border Patrol check right there.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one that was there when I was in San Diego.
And now they have them outside of El Centro and outside of when you come in on 40 out of Flagstaff coming into like Barstow and stuff. They've even got one there now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. And they've even got one down on 8 when you come in
That's what I was
on
just gonna
8.
say.
Yeah, that you said El Centro, isn't El Centro on 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Rodney, I got a boogie. I got to be there. I got a 10:30 appointment.
All right, man.
So,
Well,
Drive safely, Ron.
and a safe trip, Ron.
Have a good day, Ron.
yeah, good to see you guys.
See ya.
Nice to see you too.
Keep my fingers crossed that I run into no hassles over there.
Yeah.
They like I said, but when they sold it to me, they said, "Oh yeah, buy this protection plan." I remember it now. They said, "Yeah, something goes wrong, it breaks, they replace it, no question." So we'll see if they hold up to that.
Yeah.
Is it prorated or is it?
I would hope not.
Yeah.
It
Otherwise,
No, if it's a straight, if it messes up, we replace it. It should be. They should replace it regardless of what the cost is.
and if they don't have the one you have, they have to give you the next upgraded model that they do have.
Mm,
So fingers crossed they don't have the right one.
yeah, that would be sweet if because I had to order mine last time. It took a couple weeks, but that would be great if they had one in stock and I could take care of this today.
Yeah, that would
be.
That'd be nice because then you could just bring it home with you.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Save 4 hours on the road.
Well,
yeah, it would.
just like Ben Trail said, they do, Ron. So we're all pulling for they do.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, everybody take care. It's nice to see y'all.
See you,
Yeah,
Ron.
nice seeing you again,
Hey,
Ron. Take care.
Ron, before you go, I heard a joke day before yesterday that kind of falls under part of your work category in a way, sort of way out there. What's the difference between a condom and a coffin?
I have no idea.
You're coming in one and going in the other.
Oh man.
That sounded suspiciously like a dad joke.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd want to tell your kids that joke, but
Well, yeah.
No, but it's good for other dads.
that's right.
Is that how I got here, Dad?
I gotta roll. But take care, everybody.
See you, Ron.
All right, you have a
Be
good
safe,
one, brother.
Ron.
All right.
See you, Ron.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and call this one. Get my day going, and I see Lance is not online at the moment. He's got a thing blanked out, so
Me?
I'll wait for Lance to come back before I end. So
Hey, I got to go pick up I bought a grill yesterday at Home Depot. I walked in, and my wife keeps on asking, when are we going to get a grill? When are we going to get a grill? Year and a half goes by. When are we going to get a grill? So I walked into Home Depot yesterday. They had grills clearance, and it's a $400 grill that I paid $200 for.
Yeah,
Nice.
I saw where you were telling Brad that. That's a good deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna go get a grill.
So Mel, I apologize. I didn't recognize your channel name. I knew that I knew that name, but I just couldn't put it together.
It was
Oh,
same,
when I was over on yours, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Mel,
all good.
it was the same for me. I knew I'd seen it before.
Well,
I
the
couldn't
MK
find
should
it.
have told me. MK should have told me, but I just didn't think of it. So oh,
That's
well, anyway,
okay.
sorry about that.
No worries. I appreciate the extra subs that I picked up here today, and I don't have enough to do steady content yet on that channel. Like I do a weekly thing or something. I
Well, it
started
takes a
out.
long time to build one of those. You're designing and building that adds a lot. Plus
Yeah.
your 3D printing and
Yeah. Now I've
It-
got
8
two
months,
of the
8
two of
months
the
for a
bamboo
build makes
printers
for a
now.
long video.
yeah. That just
Yeah.
doesn't flow well.
So I've got two of the bamboo P1Ss now.
Wow.
The guy that I built that trailer for, I'm in a Facebook group called Extreme Trail Challenge, where we have trail vehicles, and that's what my FJ40 is set up to be. It's more of a trail truck rather than a crawler truck. So I've got a Outback camper for it, a canoe, all kinds of stuff, and I've got some pictures of it by the edge of the lake that we just had our last event at and stuff. But one of the guys wanted a car sales lot building, and so I scaled a brick, a cinder block, and then put a bunch of them together and 3D printed wall sections, and I built a building that'll fit a car with a roll-up door, and I'm going to make the roll-up door power so it operates remotely and roll the door up and down on the bay door. But that guy Scott is the one that wanted that built, and he wanted some other stuff built. And I said, Scott, the event is in 2.5 weeks, and I don't have enough time to print all this stuff. I mean, each wall section was 12 hours, and there was 2, 4, and 6, so 10 wall sections. So I got 120 hours on a printer just building walls. That doesn't count the door and everything else that's got to go in it. He was like, okay. 3 days later, another PS1 showed up.
Wow.
On my doorstep.
Holy crap.
And he was buying the filament, so filament kept arriving. And so his trailer build was actually free. And he said, yeah, when my buddy back home sees this, he's going to want one. I said, okay, it's $1,000 bill. Because I have to get another Raspberry Pi. And now they've got a 5 out or more, maybe. So I said, I'll have to get all this stuff and all the printer time. And I said, yeah, it's $1,000 bill, but I'll build him one. But that's how I paid for the printer, was by building all that stuff for him.
Nice.
So
Very cool.
didn't get an AMS with it, but it is what it is. It's good for
I'm right
single
there
color
with you,
stuff.
Mel.
Good
I
for
bought
single
my
color.
P1S. I didn't get an AMS, and I should have got the AMS. But
Oh, absolutely. I'll get an AMS for it, but
that's coming eventually.
my first one, I bought the combo, so I got the AMS with it. But now they don't even sell that AMS that I got anymore. Now it's the new style one,
Yeah.
I believe.
AMS2 Pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's got the heater in it.
Yeah.
The heater, yeah.
See what
That's the one I'm going to be getting.
What I did with my AMS, I bought a heater from Sunroom, and put on the top of it. It works great.
So I bought one of those things I saw advertised for splicing filament together.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit joke that was. I never could make it work like they show. Oh yeah, you know. But I did learn that with the AMS and the bamboo, you don't need that. If you're printing something and you're sure your spool is going to run out in the slicer settings, and I can show you guys where if you want to. There's a way you can set that up where you put another spool of the same filament color and everything
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
next to it.
in your AMS, and it'll run that one out and then automatically feed the next one and just keep going.
Yeah, that's actually a printer setting.
Yeah, and I've actually used that.
Yeah, I have
And-
too.
And if the second one runs out, it'll switch back to the first one if you're quick enough.
Yep.
Yep. If you load another spool in and
Yeah.
but if you're running if you put a full spool in spot number 2, you ain't gonna run out of filament because you can't use a whole roll on one print.
No.
Yeah.
But I told Lloyd about that because I bought that thing and I told him, I said, don't buy one. He was thinking about getting one. I said, don't get one. I bought one and I'll test it and I'll let you know if it's worth it or not.
Yeah. The reason I know that is I did a lot of prints that were all white. And so I had number 3 and 4 were white, and it would switch back and forth between 3 and 4 when the spool ran out.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on one print, but yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one. So
Okay, sir.
All right, brother.
Thanks for having us on.
Thanks a lot.
you're welcome, and you all have a good weekend. Mel, it's good seeing you again.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, Mel,
You guys.
some great RC stuff. Thanks for sharing.
That's what I do now. I've got a 8x10, no, 8x16 shed in the backyard that's fully converted to a shop. It's got my workbench and my lathe. I've got a mini lathe and a CNC, and I brought the 3D printer in the house because of the moisture, the humidity outside.
Right.
So I keep the printers are in my bedroom now, and yeah, it's all good.
Could you put a dehumidifier in there, Mel? And
No.
knock that back some?
Nope, just maintaining the temperature inside the house.
Okay.
Normally with the AC and the heat, I've got a meter in the printer, and I'm running about 30% humidity in the AMS, and it's sitting right on top of the printer. So when everything's running, it's got a little bit of heat going up there.
But what I'm saying is, if out there in the shop, you couldn't put a dehumidifier out there and keep it regulated.
Maybe, but the shop is not sealed. It's an old shed
Yeah.
that I insulated, and then I took masonite and covered the walls. So it's not like it's a sealed building where you wouldn't have any control of it.
Yeah.
You know, that dehumidifier would be running 24/7 with a stream of water coming out of it and still have 60% humidity in the shed. You know. So.
All right, guys. I gotta go, man.
Okay, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Talk to y'all later. Anybody, to you in the chat, have a great day. Thank you for being in the chat. Do appreciate it. Don't forget tomorrow morning, the Sunday Sunrise Cruise, starting with me here in Virginia, and hopefully the weather will allow it. And then moving down to Georgia with Dennis Lovelady. Then we'll jump over to Texas with Chris Hope. And then following Chris Hope, of course, will be Johnny Droneflower with Drones and Coffee. So, guys, we'll see you in the